Abdullah, Dwight, huge congratulations. Dwight, how big a 3 points is that?
Yeah, massive. Great start as well. Obviously, counter, ground-pound Dukes, great finish. So we started on the front foot, and we had a game plan. We stuck to it, and I thought we were brilliant today, and we deserved the 3 points.
Abdullah, what was the game plan? What did your manager ask you to do this evening? Because it seemed to work perfectly.
Yeah, to be honest, it was the perfect first half. To be honest, the game plan was to stay in the middle, to force them to play wide and to counter with good goals. And today we were fortunate to score good goals in the first half.
Right, do you think you surprised them this evening?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I said, we started off so well. Couldn't get off to a better start, but it's credit to the lads. Been in a difficult position this year, but no, it's credit to us, and now we've just got to build on this game for the massive last 3 games ahead.
That second 45 minutes having to defend that lead, did it feel like about 5 hours?
Yeah, it was, but it was a pleasure to defend. To be honest, like in the situation we are in, we know we need points, and to become at halftime with 3-0, it was a good thing, and to defend for the 45 last minutes, it was okay.
This date last year was when you finally got out of the bottom 3 under Frank Lampard. Now this takes you out of the bottom 3 again. How much confidence can you take into the rest of this season?
Yeah, massive confidence now. It's just about us and kicking on. Today was a team. Now we've got to recover, come again in training, because we know we've got a massive game on Sunday coming up, and then the game after that, massive 2 games as well coming up. But we want to do it for ourselves, for each other, and for the fans.
I was going to say, these have been magnificent all night, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been always behind us, so we are so happy to give them a win finally.
Very well done tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, the Everton fans sticking around here at the Amex to applaud their players, and rightly so. They have put on a stunning performance at the Amex to beat an informed Brighton side 5-1 here to move themselves out of the bottom 3. 2 goals for Doucouré, 2 for Dwight McNeil. It was a Jason Steele own goal as well, and the Seagulls are stunned, but Everton, that really feels like it could be a turning point in their season. Well, and Rachel Brown-Finnis and Steve Sidwell watching with me. Rachel, just what does that do for Everton's confidence going forwards?
It couldn't have been a bigger lift. You just look at the faces on the players when they were going off the pitch. It was just elation, it was delight, and it was, a little bit of relief that the game plan that they set out to do, they executed it unbelievably. And once you put the trust in the boss to say, right, this is what you're going to do, you go out and do it. They've done that bit, and it worked, more than worked. It was spectacular, wasn't it, really, ultimately on the night. And it will just enhance the belief in the group that they can get themselves out, even at this late stage, and almost defying odds to get themselves out of the relegation position. But Sean Dyche will say, 1 game at times, don't get ahead of yourself.
Because the next one is Manchester City at home, which is a huge one, Steve. But why not take the confidence and the momentum from that and go for it and try and get something at home?
Of course, there were so many parts of today's game that they'll take into that Man City game and just repeat. And it makes you think, watching that Everton team today reminded me of an Everton team 5-6 seasons ago. Passion, desire, putting their bodies on the line, winning first balls, winning second balls, then having the quality to go and up the other end of the up the pitch and score goals as well. So Sean Dyche should be absolutely delighted that, because normally most weeks you'll have 2 or 3 standout players. I thought there was 11 standout players for him today.
What about Dwight McNeil? If there was a standout of all the standouts in that performance, he scored 2 goals, Rachel, but involved in 4 of them.
Yeah, and he was critical both out of possession as well as in possession when Everton did get the breaks down that left-hand side, but defensively excellent and doubled up with Mikalenko when required. But you look at the space that he gets himself into, and this is what happened time and time again for Everton, but the quality, the poise and the craft on that ball to really pick out Doucouré at the back post in acres of space. I mean, poor Brighton defensively. But again, Iwobi and Dwight McNeil, Dominic Calvert-Lewin playing his part, and this is Doucouré for the second goal. Again, an overweighted pass this time from Iwobi, but Doucouré in acres of space again, looks, gets the ball, gets Dwight McNeil on the ball, and he'll argue we got a hat-trick today.
From a Jason Steele point of view, though, has to do better.
Yeah, absolutely. You just got to stand your ground. You've got to stay and guard that near post, absolutely. But here we've got Dwight McNeil again. this time going central. We saw him do this at Burnley before he moved to Everton. You know, he was so effective going central, and the trouble that he caused, and this, talk about poise.
Just walks it in, doesn't he?
When you've got a game plan that they've had today, you need an outlet. So whether that's going to be Calvert-Lewin up top, or it's going to be Dwight McNeil that's going to be on the wings, that's going to get the ball, take you up the pitch, take you away from danger, and have the composure to do that as well. I mean, it was fantastic.
And that fifth goal was just the icing on the cake.
And again, a willing runner to go in behind. Again, look, we know they're full of confidence already. He's looked up, didn't see anyone in the box that he thought he could get the ball to. Then he puts his head down and unleashes an unstoppable shot. Maybe he still would look at that, Rach, and think he could have done better, but the damage is already done.
I mean, it's the pace of the shot, the distance that it comes from. It's not very far out. He's got the quality, and you know he had 5, I think, before this game, 2 in this game. They're flying.
And you can see the Everton boss, Sean Dyche, there just grabbing his microphone. He doesn't need a brolly. I'm sure after that performance. Sean, good to see you. Thanks for coming out to talk to us. Congratulations. Just how well did your players execute your game plan tonight?
Yeah, that was the thing. You know, delaying and staying focused to then break. You know, you work on it in training, but it doesn't always get delivered, but they delivered it fantastically well tonight.
And we were just looking at clips of Dwight McNeil, player of the match, scored 2 goals, involved in 4. Just how good was he in that performance?
Yeah, I thought actually lost his way a little bit second half, but you know he's been in really good form since I got to the club. There was a few question marks over him, but he's been terrific since I've been here, and you know he's back to enjoying what he does, carrying the ball. He's good at that. He's got quality. His calmness for his goal at the end was terrific as well. But no, there's a lot of good performances tonight. You know, but a really good collective performance, I think, because we followed on from the Leicester game. I thought we were very good at Leicester. Didn't get all 3, but tonight we did.
Yeah, Steve, you said earlier, didn't you, there was 11 player of the match performances, really.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously there, Sean. You know, you work on team shape and patterns of play and a game structure, but then to have that become so fruitful on a Saturday, on a game day, must be brilliant to watch.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke to the players at some length, and then we sort of tweaked things a little bit. Got here, but like I say, they're in great form. They're having a great season, full of confidence, but we knew if we kind of quelled the game and found their moments, because they do play very open, and as you know as a midfielder, if you nick it in midfield and you're open, it can lead to trouble. Yeah. Dom did some excellent work, you know, away from the play, if you like, tactically. But so many of them tonight, you know, they're really good performance. They come out stronger second half, and you expect. You know, 4 changes had a sharpness to them, but we thought if we saw that through, we might get more chances, and we did in the end.
And the back 5 was critical. Jordan Pickford made some massive saves. At what point in the week after the Leicester game did you make the decision to take out Michael Keane and bring in Yerry Mina? How long you had to...
Yeah, it's a tough decision because, you know, the lads are giving a lot, and Yerry Mina's given a lot to us, you know, in training, and he's been chomping at the bit, he's been waiting for the chance, and, you know, I stand by all the players, but sometimes you just got to make these decisions. I thought Pato was terrific as well, you know, coming in for Seamus, who's been amazing since I got to the club, but I thought his performance, because Matoma's been arguably one of the best wide players in the Premier League this year. I thought Pato was tremendous, smothered him when he could and stayed tuned in when he had to when the ball was on the other side.
How satisfying is it as a coach when you win the tactical battle against someone like Roberto De Zerbi, who's been getting a lot of praise for Brighton's performances at the moment?
Look, most managers, you know, and coaches, they know what they're doing. It's just when they get out there, you've got to perform it, you know. So tactics is a big talking point, but at the end of the day, if that doesn't work, everyone says that you got it wrong. So that's the fine line of being a football manager. But tonight it was right. A lot of individual good performances, but really good team shape to affect the game. And obviously, you know, you don't come here probably expecting to score 5 goals. But I thought we were knocking on the door at Leicester, and we have been in other games at Forest early in the season. Dom's getting fitter and stronger. You know, he played well tonight, but our wide players worked ever so hard on transition. And the midfield just, you know, stay tuned into the game. So I was really pleased with that.
And you're out of the bottom 3, so a bit of breathing space. What does that do now for confidence, for the mindset heading into what's a massive game against Man City?
Well, I just think it reinforces the work, you know, because some of the results have got away from us, but we've actually played pretty well, I think, you know. And when you get the results, it reinforces all the work, the energy, the effort they're putting in. But also tonight, slight tweak on the tactics, which affected the game in a really positive manner. But then I think the cutting edge, you know, we've got in so many good positions in some of the games since I've been here, but tonight it all came right. A bit of luck with the own goal from Dwight's good feet, but the rest of them, they're really good goals.
Next game, Man City, will it be more of the same? Is this a sort of kind of
Well, I think these play a very particular style, and try and suck you into the middle of the pitch and then open up the wide areas, particularly with longer passes as well. And City can hurt you in different ways. They're such a good outfit, so it won't be the same. But you're probably not going to have lots of the ball. Everyone doesn't against Man City, so you've got to make sure that your tactical shape is good and make sure the demand's good, but also be brave enough to go and nick it. And I thought tonight, more so the first half, obviously, we were so brave at times to come out, nick the ball, but then react to nicking it, not just settle for getting it back, actually be on the front foot and go and play from that start point, if you like. And we did it ever so well at Leicester. I came away frustrated at Leicester because I thought it was a very good performance and a winning performance. We didn't get it there, but we did tonight.
You've had some tough moments since taking the job. Do nights like this make it all worth it?
Look, I mean, the job that I've taken over, no one said it was going to be easy. And if they did, they didn't say it loud enough because I didn't hear them, I can assure you.
Sean, congratulations tonight. We'll let you go. You've got a long trip back up to Merseyside in the rain here, so well done.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
See you.
How much credit, Rachel, do we have to give Sean Dyche? Because perhaps up to now he hasn't quite had the impact. Oh, that's nice. Back under the brolly I am. He hasn't quite had the impact he would have liked, I'm sure, in terms of the results. But
he might not have shown it particularly, with his emotions just then. But he should be proud, should be delighted, as the players, absolutely. They've had to execute it. But I think all Everton fans and certainly myself are delighted that, for Sean Dyche, but obviously massively for the football club.
Absolutely, it means a lot. He spoke before this game about the livelihoods that are on the line. Of course, it's such a huge club. It does move them out of the bottom three. What do you think that does for their survival chances, Steve, with the games that they have left now?
It's huge. You looked at their fixtures. It would have had Man City coming up, and today Brighton. You thought the chance of getting 3 points from either of them would have been very difficult, and then you've got Wolves and Bournemouth. They would have been highlighted the games, but
you feel Wolves and Bournemouth, if they're safe now. Wolves obviously have confirmed their safety today. They're on 40 points, and because of other results they're okay, and Bournemouth as well, so there could be a few flip-flops on. You never know.
No, they've got a foothold now, and it's down to them. It's well and truly in their hands. They can go to Man City, they can do that game plan that they've done today. It'll be very tough. They've got to be clinical as well when they get the chances to break away. Wolves and Bournemouth, they'll look at their games and they're thinking, if we can do that performance we've done today, we've got a great chance of staying up.
That level of performance equates like 10 out of 10 when you're marking a primary school sort of, paper. Sean Dyche and the team will know how that feels. They've been there and they've had that 90, 100 minutes and they felt it, how amazing it felt, what it felt to the team, to the players, to the staff, to the fans, and they'll want to replicate that, not only to get that same buzz, that same feel, but knowing that they can do that. There's no reason why they can't set out, perform as they did, and for other teams to actually start fearing them. I don't want to get carried away though.
But they will be looking to take the mood from that performance and the feeling